Yeah, well, you know what? You guys, not women of the compass. I'm going back to my mom. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna apologize.
Rip the amulet off his neck.
Yes, of course. Stealing from 7
Spoilers ahead, adventurers. If you're not caught up, turn ye back to earlier episodes before proceeding past this sacred spoiler threshold. Previously on Thy Staff of Power. Fresh off their Stormball victory, the party arrived at a spiritual retreat center to hunt for the next amulet. But instead of rest and reflection, they were separated by gender and plunged into two very different experiences. On the men's side, and after a rah-rah ceremony and speeches, Dustin and Titan were promptly thrown into a game of Chaos Bolt Tag, a game equal parts dodgeball, youth group trauma, and low-level evocation magic, testosterone, prayer, and confusion. Meanwhile, Emberlyn found herself leading a quiet circle of women, sipping tea and talking about the merits of adventure and calling in a world that often demands quiet obedience. Drawn by its light, Emberlyn uncovered a hidden ruin beneath the retreat center with her amulet, suggesting this retreat may have more to do with prophecy than pampering. Oh, and Titan may or may not have snuck into the women's retreat wearing a borrowed cloak and suspiciously good eyeliner. The mystery deepens, the compass stirs. This is Thy Staff of Power.
Thy staff of power strikes the night. Lightning cracks a blinding light. Enemies tremble, lose their fight. The arcane rules we rise to smite.
And we'll switch back to the Chaos Bolt
Let me
tag.
ask you a question.
Yep.
Because we have three different things going on here now.
I'm just curious as to like what the range of like space between me and every other contestant is.
In general, though, there were a lot of people at this conference. The battlefield's big, but it's not that big. So there's probably at least like 2 to 6 people just within your city at all times until people start getting eliminated. At this moment, what I will let you do, because we're here for the rule of cool, I'm gonna let you try and invoke your patron for the very first time. So let's roll to see if you can do this.
What is my role? Like, do I get any advantages?
I will say it's with your charisma bonus because that is what your warlock magic is based on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
13 plus 4, 17. Baby.
All right. So normally you cannot do this, but you have tapped into the Archfey's power and made a request of them, and they have gifted you this power, and you, all around you, you just hear like people laughing. I'm gonna make a save for a couple of them, but that is not high enough, so there's just laughter all around you.
Should I roll for my clone?
I'll roll to see if you're around. You are not.
All right, so I have people now. I'm gonna go in stealth mode, okay? And I'm just gonna one by one take them out like an assassin, okay?
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna slap him first, and then boom.
Okay.
So this is get my anger out.
Let's roll the stealth.
All right, so my stealth is plus 4. It's 10.
10 total?
Yes, yeah, 10 total.
Okay, so 6 plus 4, 10. 10, because these people are laughing, that is going to be enough. You're already in the cover of darkness, so it's going to be easier anyway.
Yeah.
If you were trying to sneak up on somebody who was, not laughing, maybe they'd be able to see you, but they can't because they're laughing, and you sneak up and you just go around and you take out like 8 people, just going.
Yeah.
For one in particular, let's roll 2d6 and see what they are cursed with.
I got a 2.
Oh, okay. So that
1 and 1.
That would mean that person is cursed with the non-practical Joker's curse, which means they're just an NPC. So I will let you pick what they say in response to being hit.
They're going to call out whenever someone is near them the exact location of where they are.
Okay. I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Okay, great.
Oh, he's right there. Like he's right there.
And they just go.
Yeah. So that's gonna let me take out even more people.
Okay. So let's roll a stealth check to hide as this happens.
All right, stealth check to hide. I got a plus 4 on that. It's an 18.
Okay,
So
18 total.
Wow.
Oh, no, 22.
22.
Okay. Oh yeah. So you've managed to find like a tree that you can kind of climb, and you climb up into the tree, and with the way the canopy of the tree works, no one can see you. and there are people, and he just keeps yelling, "I'm right here! I'm right here!" Right? And people start coming by, and you just go and take them all out. So I'm gonna have you roll.
You left assassinated.
I'm gonna roll. Have you roll these, and I want to see. These are two d10s. I want to see how much we get here.
Okay. So this is a 70 and a 3.
So you take out 73 people. All right. I want Titan to roll a d20, and if you get 73 is a lot of people. So I'm gonna have you. If you roll a higher, lower than a 15, your clone will be hit by Dustin.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man.
Dude, do I get a bonus?
No, this is just luck.
Yo.
Under a 13?
Under a 15.
20!
Incredible!
Wait, can we play out the scene?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he's like going crazy, and my clone is just walking slowly. And then as it approaches, I just. Now look at him.
My apologies, young tank.
I've always
Go forth!
I've always respected your power. Just know, we will be the last two standing, and I will destroy you.
I would never get taken out by a puny clone.
And I'm just super fast, I'll be right behind them. You never know. Shut up.
Okay, cool.
Crazy.
I love that I've basically thrown the Econite rules out of the table for the sake of fun, but that's totally okay. You've knocked down 73 people, and you'll see in the sky, there is like a scoreboard that is being posted up, and you'll see that what your name is All Is But Dust and Ash, right?
Yeah.
All Is But Dust and Ash, KDA is 73 to 0. And you're like in the sky, and it's like leaderboard. You have a big leaderboard up there.
Yeah.
Wait, can I roll? I got a nat 20. Can I roll to see how much roll now?
Yeah. I'll let you do that.
Not as much.
Not as much. I'll let you do it though. Yeah. I will let you roll. Let's roll a d20, and we'll see how many you take out.
Not the same.
It's like an 11.
11.
Oh, you got 11 guys. So you're doing pretty well on that leaderboard, but
wait.
Dustin is definitely number one.
How many are left?
I said there are about 300 people at the men's retreat conference and 300 at the women's retreat conference. So you've taken out about almost a third of them.
Whoa.
I guess it's about 25%.
How many has everybody else taken?
The next highest is 25.
Okay.
So you are like, but at this point, you are probably in the sky it will say there are 20 contestants.
Wow.
You are two of them.
Yeah.
Or your clone.
All right. So with that, we'll go back to the women's retreat.
Go to him first. Jeez.
Yeah, let's have you.
Because he's there. I'm doing my own thing.
Okay, so you're sneaking in.
So I found the orc women, and we were like braiding each other's hair.
Goodness.
And I'm just like,
Ladies, like, do you guys have issues with your mom?
Oh.
One of them will say, no, not really. We were just, and you've happened to found this group of women. They're kind of like in another room away from the rest of the people. And they're saying, actually, do you like to read?
I love to read.
Here, we're part of a book club. We're reading this book, and she'll hand you the book. The title of the book is 50 Shades of Greyhawk.
Oh, you girls are crazy. This is a dirty book. What are you doing with this? At the retreat. Not judging though.
Do you want to read it with us?
Ladies, like, should we really be reading this? Like, the compass wouldn't approve. My mom wouldn't approve. Like, this is a bad book. Bad.
And they'll say, if you aren't interested in reading the book, then all right, but let us read our book alone in peace.
No, we're at a retreat. We are women of the compass. We can't be reading this. This is really bad.
And let's roll a persuasion check.
It'd be funny if you roll low, you lose all the.
You lose these women.
Plus 2.
Okay, 5.
Yeah.
5 plus 2 or just 5?
3 plus 2.
3 plus 2.
You remain a
So
single man.
one of the orc women stands up, picks up the book, and she's like 6.5 feet tall, and she just kind of looks at you and says, "I think it's time for you to leave."
Yeah, well, you know what? You guys, not women of the compass. I'm going back to my mom. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna apologize. This is disgusting. This is. I'm letting someone know. I'm letting your superiors know about this.
I'm gonna roll an attack of opportunity against you as you try to run away, because these people are like, "What the heck is happening?" They got a 20, dirty 20, non-natural 20. So I'm gonna have them have this woman like hit you, and like you're like, "What are you doing here?" and hit you, and but I'm gonna also have you roll a dexterity save to try and get away at the very least.
You just grab her and kiss her.
Alright, plus 3. So 10 plus 3, 15.
Okay, that'll be enough. You do take 3 points of damage from a bludgeoning damage of being hit by the orc woman.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, wow, the touch of a woman.
Invigorating.
And as I do get hit, I will escape, but I will drop Harold's head, and he'll roll under the girl's bunks. And then we'll just leave it there.
He'll be asleep still. He'll be asleep underneath the bed.
He's gonna get in so much trouble.
Okay, with this in mind, I will have you notice also in the distance, you're gonna see a faint blue light in the distance walking away from you as you exit. Regardless of what would you like to do?
My son intuition says to follow that light. Follow the light.
Okay, so you're gonna follow after it? Okay, so as we're gonna return to Emberlyn, and we'll go back to Dustin. So Emberlyn, what is going on with her in the group?
I mean, I'm following this light, so I guess the better question is, where does it lead?
Okay, so you lead out into where the light is going. It's only giving you maybe like 5 feet ahead. Very, very, very short. You can't really see too much based on the light. And the light is sort of screwing with your dark vision, so it's making it a little weird to see.
Oh yeah, my dark vision is red.
Right. So it's kind of seeing out, but as you go, eventually you find yourself at one of the ruins. You are in this ruin, no ceiling to the ruin, just some old walls left behind. What would you like to do while you were there?
Am I able to do like produce flame to try and see more of what's in this space?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you do so, and you can kind of use it to investigate closer. I'm going to ask you to do an investigation check, but I'm going to give you a +1 bonus because you're using fire to help you look.
Okay. So let me roll. 9 plus 1, 10.
10. Okay, so you are able to look around, and the only thing that you'll notice as you go around is your amulet will kind of hum and glow a little bit as you as you move around, and it gets it kind of like hums a little bit more in certain areas than others.
Okay, well, I'm gonna follow where it's humming. So I'm just like walking around the room, and wherever it feels, I like walk around for a minute just to see, okay, like where's the strongest pull and allure, and wherever that is, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay. After a little while, you eventually move close to a wall and towards the back. And as you get closer to it, your amulet glows and hums even more so. And as you clutch it in your hands, you kind of hold it up, the wall will begin to glow. And the wall will glow, and it will start to just sort of fade from existence. And like almost like the way that if you put a piece of paper into a fire, it burns, but all the pieces of paper kind of flake and burn away. It will do so.
Like incinerate almost.
Almost incinerating the wall. And you'll see in its place of the wall is a giant set of stairs down a spiral staircase.
Can I first do detect magic just to see if there's anything here that I should know of?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You got a nice setup going on here.
Thank you. I'm organized. I'm type A.
Your detect magic is going to be very confusing, actually. Because
Mm-hmm.
normal of the time, you're like, okay, like it's this kind of magic, this kind of magic, this kind of magic. This is like a magic that doesn't make a ton of sense to you. It feels ancient and old. Older than anything you've ever really encountered before. But at the same time, it has some form of like transmutation type magic that changed the wall into the staircase. So what you will know is that the wall is still in existence. It just faded into
So that I
the
could pass
staircase,
through it?
into the staircase. It actually formed the staircase
Oh.
down. And you have passed with the amulet. You have cleared a protection ward that made the wall just an inanimate wall. And if you with the detect magic, you would know that if you did not have this amulet, you could not have gone.
So I like pray before going down to my deity and I go, am I supposed to go?
I will say that there is not a clear answer for you, but as the spiral staircase forms, the amulet will.
And I go, you don't have to tell me twice. And then I just start walking down.
Okay. And as you head down, I will go back to Dustin. All right, Dustin. So you've knocked out 70-some people, and there's 20 left. This guy is no longer. He's compelled by your curse to continue to scream, "I'm over here!" And whenever someone's close by, there's nobody else close by. He's no longer shouting.
He's dead?
No. It's just there's nobody else nearby. There's nobody else nearby at this point that he can sense or see. So you've been holed up in a tree.
So now it's my time to start stalking, apparently. All right. Cool. So I'll get off the tree. Just so you know, I do have Riverborn's
Amulet.
Wayfinder
Amulet.
Yeah, which does provide me safe passage. The wearer and their group, up to 6 people, cannot be surprised while traveling in dungeons through non-magical means. Is this considered a dungeon?
I will say, yeah, that it is. Because
Dang.
you're in a dungeon of sorts in this scenario. I will count that as
It's a battlefield.
Huh? Yeah, right? And it also, if that's the case, it also gives me the ability, the wearer has advantage on checks made to navigate survival, sail, or find hidden paths in that dungeon.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do a check to see if I can find the path most traveled on, to see where most people have gone.
Okay, let's do that. So you get to roll that at advantage, which again means you roll a d20 and twice, and you take the best result. The normal check for this will be survival, because you're doing tracking.
Yeah.
But you get to roll twice and take the best of that.
Okay. So I got an 18 plus 4
Okay, roll one more time.
and a nat 20.
Oh!
Nat 20.
All right. So you are able to find where, basically through your tracking, you've been able to kind of see where everybody is, including the flow.
Yeah.
And you cannot be surprised. In the process of your tracking, you find like a couple more people and just take them out. What will also happen though is you'll see where the last people are remaining, and know where they are, and you can try and get the jump on them. I'm going to give you an advantage on the stealth check to do so.
Gotcha.
At the same time, as you've made your way around, you found yourself close to an old ruin, and your amulet will begin to glow. Which means I was going to give you a bonus on your stealth check, but now your amulet is glowing in the middle of a dark forest, so you no longer have that stealth bonus.
Stupid.
And it is pointing in the direction of the ruin itself.
So now I have the choice of stay and fight or go check that out.
I mean, up to you. What do you want to do given that information?
What do you think your character would do?
I'm staying and fighting. I'm in a haze of red, and also a lot of voices speaking to me, telling me I'm not schizophrenic, but I think I'm attuned to the spirit realm in a certain way. Okay. Where I think that I'll just like pocket my amulet to try to hide the glow, and continue to, now that I know where everybody is, I plan to set traps for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you make a ranged spell attack, and we're gonna see how well you do on this ranged spell attack to take out a couple more people, and we'll see how.
All right, cool. So just a roll of +2. So I got a 4 plus 6.
6 is 10. Okay, so you're able to take out a couple more people, but not as much. And at this point, you sort of contain most of the glow, but it's a little there.
Yeah.
And somebody spots you and you just sling a spell in your direction.
Great.
Okay, what is your AC?
My AC is 15.
15? Okay, that is not enough. A chaos bolt tags the tree like right next to you and explodes, and you'll see the tree now adorned in a stormball jersey, but right next to you. But it just misses you. This guy rolled a 4, so very
wow.
Dang.
Okay, and you can see where the spell came from in general, but it's dark, so you may not be able to see exactly where this guy is.
All right. I may not see exactly where the guy is, but I know where it came from.
You know the general direction of where it came from.
Cool. Can I do Misty Step, Taunting Step, and wherever, if he's within, 5 feet of either direction of me, he gets disadvantage.
That's because of the taunting step. Okay, sure. Yes, you can teleport in that general area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll to see if he's like right next to you. Yep. So he's like, you like teleport right next to him. He gets disadvantage, and because you happen to get lucky, I rolled like a 2.
Yeah.
He is like right next to you, and you teleported like right next to him, and boom, and then you can attack him right away. So let's roll a strange spell attack at advantage.
Range spell attack at advantage. It's a 10 plus 6, you said, or 4 plus 6? Yeah, 6. Yeah, 16.
Okay, so you've gotten 16. You hit him. Let's roll 2d6 to see what this guy suffered.
2d6. Is that a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 plus 3, 8.
An 8. Okay, so the 8 is, let me remind myself, is this guy immediately, all of his body hair goes instantaneously excessive, and he's just like a fur ball, like before you, and he's out.
Close.
Your KDA is now at 85 to 0. Okay, really quickly, we'll also check in on the clone. Let's have him roll a stealth check to see how well he's doing in terms of combat overall.
Can we know how many people are left?
I will say after we figure out.
You got a 2 plus 3, a 5.
A 5. Okay, so I'm gonna make an attack against you, and we're gonna see if your AC is 17. Is that correct? 15. Okay, this got a 19. So
Dang.
that is going to hit, which means I gotta roll 2d6s.
Wait, so does this mean that like your actual self is gonna just like, this is gonna happen to him?
It was your clone, and we rolled that we're gonna take the worst options. I rolled a 5 and I rolled a 6. So Harley cannot choose. You got us 3. We should.
We're gonna choose. We should all vote.
What do we think? Should I make him wear this Brooklyn Nets jersey, or is his character sneezing confetti for the rest of the session?
I think he's got to sneeze confetti.
I think so
He's gonna
too.
be okay with the jersey.
Okay, so yes. So Titan now sneezes confetti every once in a while and cannot control his sneezing, confetti sneezing.
He's like following me in the woods. He's like,
Yeah.
Well, I was about to switch back to that, but before we get there, in the sky, we'll see that there are 5 people.
Including myself. So
Including
4
yourself, there are 4
Yeah.
left. Okay, so we're gonna go back though, and just as you're about to enter this thing, you'll hear a achoo!
who's there?
It's me, Miss Amberley.
What do you want?
Came here to apologize. Sorry for how I spoke to you. I just, yeah, I hung out with some more women. They were doing bad things, and I was like, I thought of you, and I thought of all the way you raised me, and that I should know better. So I'm just here to apologize. And Whew. Sorry. Oh, what is this?
Is that confetti?
Yeah, that's confetti. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't think that's really appropriate for a time like this.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll get down on my knees. If you will take me back as your son.
And I climb up the stairs just a little bit because I was already like descending. I forgive you. But I want you to know one thing. I was never able to have children. And so I really value you two as my boys. And I hope that you value me as somewhat of a mother figure in your life. And if you don't want that, I need you to make that clear to me because I can't handle that heartbreak.
Well, my mom passed away when I was young. And you know the story. They used the gods to try to heal her even though she should have went to the doctors. So you've been a mother to me. And I haven't been a good son. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
And I'll go and
And we embrace.
Do I get burned? That's
I actually use, while he hugs me, I use, what is it? What's the one? Healing hands? Do I have that? Cure wounds?
And just cure him and he'll back in the 3 days.
Exactly. I cure his wounds.
Wow.
Yeah, you were about to get if you had not done anything, the next day you would have a black eye.
Yeah.
But now you're gonna have no shiner for you.
Thank you. Oh, dude! Oh my gosh, what is this?
I don't know, but this amulet that I got, it's glowing and it's leading me down these stairs. So, do you want to come with me, or do you need to get back to what y'all were doing over there?
I don't know. Magic tree is stupid. I'll go down this mysterious, dark, probably dangerous, full of creatures that are gonna kill us.
All right. Well, before we do that, and can I look around to see if there's a torch anywhere that I can light?
Absolutely, there is.
I grab one and I light it, and I go, I think you're gonna need this with one hand.
Your own torch. I'm carrying my torch. Follow me.
And I go, no, follow me, because I literally have the amulet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Hey friends, it's Kyle from Thy Staff of Power, and I would love to invite you to join our Patreon. It's got access to our exclusive Discord, some behind the scenes extras, and if you join our Patreon, you have a chance to win a exclusive one-shot run by me, and I'll run it for you in the Fractured Realm. I'd love to see you there, and I would love if you'd like to show enough to support us. We would feel extremely grateful. We would be eternally grateful for you. The compass will bless you magnificently. Well, that's not really how blessings work. But anyway, join the Patreon. If you like that, you can find the link in our show notes or on our link tree on our Instagram. Thanks so much.
Okay, so you guys begin to head down. And as
Thinking that was lore that I was keeping held down. I was like, I need to bring it out because I love you too much.
As you begin, the amulet you carry is pulsing softly, and you head down these stone steps. They're a little worn, but they're very whole. They're very pristine, despite the fact you can tell they're very old. Mm-hmm. And eventually, you arrive at a carved stone door that pulses with the same light in rhythm with the amulet. And as you get a little bit closer, the door chamber opens. Before you can see that there are pillars that rise up like sentinels from the floor, and they've been polished. There's this polished stone that gleams faintly beneath the glow of your amulets. The rest of the area around you was in ancient ruin, but this is preserved almost perfectly. The capital of these pillars are adorned with carvings of lilies and pomegranates, and the walls around you bear frescoes of constellations and stars. The ceiling above is ribbed also with the stars itself, and it is a perfect recreation of the night sky. You can tell also that it's enchanted to show the night sky as it is right now. Wow. You can also, even though this place seems untouched for ages, you can still smell like a slight incense-like scent that still hangs in the air. At the heart of this room, however, stands a big stone pedestal. It's clear. It's all one piece, home from a single massive block, and it's like a onyx color, like a dark black. But as you like kind of like step around it in the glow, it starts to kind of be iridescent, right? Kind of flicking back and forth, and it's smooth, like as polished, as smooth as glass. And it's also glowing in rhythm with what you're doing, and it's actually with constellations, stars, the sun, and the moon. Your amulet is throbbing in your hands. It's pulsing. What would you guys like to do?
What is this place?
I don't know, but it seems like the amulet's connected to it.
I wonder if Dustin's is doing this too.
Really quick cut to Dustin. Back to you.
Can I do a check to see if there's if it's a key somehow to put into something?
So as in you're looking around for like a place to put the amulet?
Yeah.
That would be a investigation check, so let's roll for that.
You're not a detective.
Oh, what is it?
Not one.
No, 7.
Is that a
Plus
7?
1, yeah.
7.
Oh, it is a 7, yeah.
Yeah, plus 1.
7 plus 1.
An
Okay.
8.
So you look around. There's not really like everything on the wall is art. So you look around, you kind of tap the walls a little bit, and this again, not a ruin. It's perfectly preserved. So there's nothing obvious there that would like has some sort of like hidden key mechanism or whatever. You can inspect the pedestal. The pedestal is just one chunk of like this whatever this material is, pure glass, like this texture, no like give points or joints whatsoever to check through. So nothing that you can tell.
Am I able to investigate as well to see if there's any type of writing that could give me any sort of sense as to what this is?
Absolutely, go for that.
Okay, this is okay, great. 3 plus 0. 3.
Well, okay, you do investigate and
Yeah.
you look around and there's no writing.
Seeing that there's no writing in it or anything, I just take off my amulet and I just start going around the room with it in my hand to see if it's like drawn to anything specific, and I start with the podium.
Okay, as you approach the podium will pulse more and your amulet will start to like shake in your hand.
I'll place it on the podium and see if
Okay.
anything happens.
Like even as you're moving to put it on there, a silver thread of light from the pedestal shoots out, hits your amulet. The whole room is filled with like this faint blue radiant glow. The light starts to form like an almost mist in the air, and within it, of the mist and the light from this pedestal and the amulet, it starts to kind of form shadows. And as those shadows start to kind of flicker all around the room, the shadows start to coalesce into actual images before you. In this case, a figure emerges, and you can see the figure standing at a table, like a circular table, at its heart, but it's in the shape. But as you see, as it kind of gets further and further clarity on the shape, it actually looks like a compass rose. And the room, they can see a room that is formed. It's got it's in this exact room, but you can just see it's smaller and miniature and shadow above. And the image before you has paused for a long while, but eventually the figure speaks and says, "I renounce restraint. I walk in freedom. I am Thanador, once commander of legions, now a man unbound. I hearkened unto commands until they shattered my spirit within. Then I chose the way of mercy and disobedience before the throne. If power calleth for cruelty, let thy heart rise up as the first rebellion. Fight not to enslave, but to set free. Fight with hands open as the skies and with the courage of the meek." There is a longer pause, and another pause, and another pause, and another pause. And then he says, "Nor is the true compass lost to the ages." Another moment passes, And then he says, walk the path. We are with thee. And then
Is this like are they like speaking to us? This thing?
They are. That figure is at the table and with that like compass rose to it, and it is talking directly to the compass rose table.
Got it. I need you to get a mug out right now, and I need you to write everything down and sketch that.
Got it.
Okay. That was quick. You've gotten real good at that.
I know.
What I'll also have Titan notice is, while this whole like vision played out before you, the pedestal had that the light forming mist. The mist formed that compass rose shape right on the glass pedestal.
Compass rose shape?
The compass rose shape of the table in the vision you saw, or the image you see, it's also recreated in the room through the mist, like light form that is created just briefly, and then it all goes back into the pedestal.
Anyone seen the compass?
No, not for several thousand years. It famously disappears at this point and has never returned. And that is when the modern guild was ultimately
founded.
Like the guild is beyond even that, but the modern version of the guild really starts around then. Beyond that, though, you may or may not know much. You can roll a history check if you want to know more, but you probably don't know that much more than that.
Can we both roll a history check?
Yeah, go for it.
Has there been any... I got a +1 history check.
I got a 0. 6, so.
I guess my question is there any text or ancient texts that have had eyewitnesses to see the compass?
I guess your history will.
From what you have personally read, of course, the Star Wars 6, the original heroes, they have it. And they've seen it, and their followers and the original guild had it all the way up until it disappears, and at that point, there's never been a sighting ever again.
Can I take the thing off and be like, wait, let's get a better look at that again? And I put it back on to see if we can look at it. Okay. So we can look at what this looks like, and I'll be like, is this the moral compass? Like is this it? Is this what it looks like? Is this what we're looking for?
And it's just like an outline, like a shape.
So yeah, as you look at the pedestal itself, right, the pedestal is circular, right? And that would be, in the compass rose, it's got the different like triangle points out.
Yeah.
The mist blue light will form that compass rose accent to it, and the pedestal itself. But as for if it's the compass or not, but it's Meanwhile, Dustin.
We'll get to him.
What do we do?
I mean, it says if it is talking to us in any way that it will be with us. It'll show us the way. I mean, is this like pointing towards anything? Can we perceive anything as to like what this could be revealing to us in terms of direction?
So okay, from a mechanical standpoint, you do like a perception check to or an investigation check.
Yeah.
Either or I would accept you.
Yeah, I'll do.
Because you can just be looking at the image and trying to see and interpret it. You can also do an insight check to see if you can kind of put two pieces together.
I want to do that.
What that represents for the record is if ever as a player you are going to say, hey, this is also just how I roll it. As players you can say, hey, I think these are the connection points, right? And you can just make the theory, you can roll with it. But if you're ever like, hey, I think my character might get it and I currently don't, or I'm going to have my character try, your character can figure stuff out because this allows you to play, like, for example, like an extremely smart character when you're not as smart as them, right? And you can say, oh, can my extremely smart character figure this out? Because Kyle in life is stumped, but Kyle, the character, is not. Let's do that. So you can roll an insight check.
Okay.
To fly.
I want to do that because I have a +6 for insight.
Okay.
So. What did I get? I got a 16 plus 6. Okay. So 24, 22.
Okay, so you got a 22.
Okay.
And there's two things I would say.
Okay.
Is the things that you would notice is this reminds you sort of like the way the glamour graph was presented. The other is that ultimately you have 2 amulets.
I need a third one.
Yeah.
What I'll also say, for the sake of the meta game understanding what your character will get, like this was like, you know that they have those old like picture film reels where they have hundreds of pictures in a row, and they just spin the wheel and you get like image. This was like watching that.
Okay.
Like you just watched like an IMAX film. So this is like ancient technology comparatively for that, and you went. So like it was very like. Right, audio quality, poor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the one piece, and then you have at least 2 amulets, but you only have 1 with you right now.
Okay. I think that we need to find Dustin, and y'all got to go and get that third one.
I don't know where 7 Chains is.
Is he there?
He was, but he left. We need to draw him out.
7 Chains.
Okay. Well, I'm not allowed to go over to that side, so how about you go back?
Okay.
And I'll go fill Morwen in on all of this, because she's real smart. She might know something about this that we don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna head out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's switch to Dustin then.
And I take my
Let's switch to Dustin then. All right, Dustin. I'm gonna have this be 5 rounds of combat, and we're gonna see if you're able to do this. So I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
I'll
to
jump
see
in.
if you can do this, because I'll narrate it after you roll initiative. Let's see what.
So initiative is what? Just like a regular.
It's plus your dexterity bonus.
Where's my dexterity? Dexterity, of course.
That was such a sweet moment between us.
Alright, so my dexterity bonus is a +4. And I got a 6 + 4, so 10.
Okay, I rolled horribly for that. Roll good for that. Roll good for that. Roll good for that. Roll bad for that. Okay, so the game has taken a while now, and you can see the people who have fallen in battle count kind of like going up, and it starts to slow down, and now it's just been like this for a solid like 5 minutes. No one has gotten anybody, no one's found anybody since you took this other guy out. And at that point there was 5 people remaining, so there are 4 people, right? And with that, the announcer will call out, "Everyone into the center of the battlefield. If you do not report in the next 2 minutes, you will be automatically considered disqualified."
Nice. Okay, perfect.
So, you make your way to the center of the battlefield.
Yeah.
And all at once you can see that there's you and 3 other people.
Yeah.
What I really need right now is the high western music of exactly. All right, so you rolled initiative. You rolled a 10. 2 people got higher than you. 1 person got lower than you. So I'm gonna have them target. Basically, what's gonna happen is you're going to pick one of the 3 people you want to.
Can I do something before I go into the scene?
Yes, absolutely. I'll let you
Okay. I'm going to cast masks. What is it?
Masks
Masks
of Many
of many faces.
Okay.
And I'm going to disguise myself as the announcer.
Is there no referee watching you cast magic?
Well, we'll see afterwards.
It's sneaky enough, though, right? Where it's not. It's not directly attacking anybody with spells.
I want you to roll a stealth check to see if you can let's see how well we do this, but that's smart. Let's see.
Yep.
Cool. I got a 7 + 4.
So 11. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna do this, and the people are there, and they approach, and they see, and there's only, in their mind, they see 3 people, right?
Yeah.
There's a timer up there that says 2 minutes, and it goes to 1 minute, and the announcer says, "You may begin." And I'm gonna need you to do a performance check to make it seem
Lip
like-
sync it.
Let's sneak it back. Alright, a performance check?
Come on.
Alright, that's a +4 for me. And I got a 9 + 4, baby.
13. Okay, it's also dark, so most
Yeah.
of the people cannot see very well. They believe it's you, and they attack each other. So I'm gonna roll to see how they do.
I love this.
Okay, 2 hit each other with their spells. They're both out, and they go down. There's one guy left who turns around and then looks at you, the announcer, and looks at the clock. And all right, and he's like very tense, waiting as the clock ticks down.
Yeah.
30, 29, 28, 27.
At that moment, I take out all the wands that I've been collecting from all the people. And I slowly drop them in front of him. As I see his eyes expand as he realizes what's going on. I've taken out 1/3 of the battlefield. In that moment, I use my suggestion.
Okay.
And I tell him, time to take yourself out. On your knees. And then, can I roll for that suggestion?
So the league suggestion will be he has to pass a save, so I'm gonna roll that. Oh wow, I rolled a 5. So he is going to immediately get on his knees, right? And he will, and again, such as like one word, I'll just say like, I'll have you kneel, right? You want him to kneel, right?
Yeah,
So
kneel.
he'll kneel
Before you?
Yeah.
and he'll kneel before you,
Take himself out.
and just, let's roll 2d6 to see what happens.
He just starts like pooping his pants.
Yeah, let's see, we got a 5, so what's the 5? The 5 is, he suddenly dons a jersey and he get out. All right, with that, the timer will go to one person left and it will declare you the winner.
Wow.
Our champion!
I am worth something, you see, father. And then I hear the voices like, you're just like your father, using deception to win. I'm like, do not speak to me. I am a winner. I'm worth. I'm enough.
With that, everyone is celebrates their various events. Most people are sneezing confetti or speaking in high-pitched voices or things of that nature.
Iconic.
But they, everyone has returned to the men's retreat, and it's basically time to go to bed. Though, of course, you can do whatever you want at this point. So, anything you'd like to do now that you have won, and there's a big celebration. The announcer announces you all who is but dust and ash as the winner with a defeat to death ratio of 88-0.
Doesn't he get like a blessing or something?
And you get
Or a reward?
a special prize.
What's the prize?
The prize will be revealed the next morning.
Wow.
You're gonna see me running.
That's an easy compare.
How'd you do the game?
I've taken out every enemy that was ever in my proximity. They're all gone.
So you won.
But it doesn't feel like I've won anything.
You know what's gonna make you feel like you won? When we seal the amulet off of 7 chains.
Purpose. Yes.
We gotta find him.
That's what will make me feel better.
We have to take
Stealing from 7 chains.
We gotta find him. And we need to steal his amulet. The one that was glowing.
Excellent.
Use your victory as a way to influence your way into his circle.
Yes, of
And when he least expects it, rip the amulet off his neck.
Yes, of course.
You know what? You seem to have like a love to collecting things, it looks like. So I think you should just take all of his chains.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You will
Strip him of his
be 8
identity.
chains.
I will be the 8 chains.
Yes. You can't be 8 chains.
All right. I say that we go spy on 8 chains, try to find his location before
Okay.
7 chains before we go
Yeah.
to sleep.
Can we track him? Is there a way? Do you have
Okay, so you could do a perception check or investigation check to try and go find him. I'll let you guys both do that.
Sweet.
I'll do investigation for the sake of this.
Investigation check. Dude, that's crazy.
You won!
That was crazy.
You won. That was a really creative spell work there.
Literally.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, wait. So, because for the record, I was not necessarily.
You're on a roll.
I'm gonna have you guys get taken out.
it?
It's way more funny if you both have to do these penalties.
Yeah.
But I was like, dang, smart. All right.
I fully used everything in my arsenal.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, all right, cool.
You did great.
So you guys were looking around, and you spot somebody, and you go, oh, and you pull Titan along, and you're able to go into a basement. And
crazy, man.
in the basement.
What's happening in the green room?
You'll see a man who will welcome. He's like, "Oh, you're here. Here, welcome. And you'll be seated in a cold stone chamber below the amphitheater. There are iron sconces on the walls with torches that flicker with fire, and there are 7 stools seated around a pedestal. And the pedestal is carved from mahogany, and you can see on there there's a shell, and that is glowing with this big hum of magic. Above the shell, you can both see and read a banner that flaps a little bit, just in the air, and it says, "Men of valor, sharpening one another, not ourselves." You can see that Shone is there, along with you two and a bunch of other people, all seated in this group. And the one who welcomed you in says, "Brothers, before we unsheath our hearts, let us summon the ancient rite." And he grabs the shell. You can see it's a conch shell. And he will hold it aloft, and he will say, "This is the sacred shell of silence. He who holds it holds the floor. He who speaks into it speaks in confidence. What echoes within it echoes no further." And what everybody else in the group says is, "What's said in the shell stays in the shell."
This is our chance to find his deepest, darkest secrets and use them against him.
One of the people in the circle speaks up immediately and says, "Brothers, my name is Zeke. This week I was weak. I told myself I was just visiting the side quest board, but I checked out a quest with a tavern dancer, and she had very high charisma.
No way.
I sharpened my tool for adventure without party." And the whole group goes,
I sharpen my nose.
"What do you guys do?"
Oh, brother, by the power of the compass, you are forgiven. Go, and don't look at side quests no more.
And the guy who's leading the group will say,
Very well said. Who is next?
and
In fact, we will go around this circle. None shall leave until you speak.
and he'll go next. And there's another guy who goes in the order, and he'll say, I ran into a rogue. She said she was just grinding for gold. But she said she wasn't looking for a full dungeon delve, just a one night in an abandoned mine.
Grinding for gold.
I entered initiative before the Covenant, and the whole group again. And the group leader says,
Questing before partying leads to cursed quests.
I don't know if you know me. My name is Titan. I am known for my mug carving skills. I'm sure you've seen my mug carvings. I've carved the likeness of 2 famous storm ball players.
"Oh yes, I did. You're actually growing pretty famous within the Stormball culture, yeah."
Brothers, before we keep revealing our secrets, I would like to carve our likeness before and after. But we must strip ourselves of all jewelry so we can be bare in these carvings. Do you all agree?
And he had. Let's
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
let's roll a persuasion check.
This is insane.
I only get +2.
He
Come
was
on. on, come on. I know, really.
Come on. Jesus. 3?
No.
You'll see, like, everyone's like, okay, maybe, but there's a barbarian who's like trembling in his boots, and he before anyone can say anything to agree with you, he just says, when the stories came upon me, I took up my axe, I chopped firewood, and I shouted into the bark, you shall not have me temptation, the compass is mine! And then I cried, like a man reborn, and I resisted. And everyone in the group
Wait. But did you only cry one tear?
Only a single tear.
And one of the group, the guy who goes next, who like obviously doesn't really want to go, right? Says, what were you saying about the we should pick off our jewelry? I think that's a good idea. He rolls a persuasion check for the group. Okay, and everyone's like, yeah. And he says, we can like pick off the jewelry because we want to have room to put on the armor of storm for the compass. And jewelry is not a part of the armor of storm, so we'll do it. And so he takes off some jewelry, and everyone looks and starts doing it. If you guys have any jewelry, you can take it off too.
Yeah.
Keep yours in your pocket.
My amulet. Good thing I have it in my pocket.
Literally.
Someone looks around and like kind of does one of these, and just doesn't do it.
Oh, Mr. Seven Chains. And I have like a bag of everyone's jewelry.
Listen, if you would just bless this bag with your 7 chains and allow me to carve your likeness with your brothers. And I know these chains they mean something to you. I will even carve your 7 chains, their own mug, for them to use, if you would allow me the honor of you just offering and sacrificing all that you wear in front of your brothers.
All right, let's roll.
The wording of that.
Persuasion check. All right.
Okay, let's do +2.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
Another 5?
Another 5.
Dude.
I think they deserve to go in jail at this point.
This one's going to jail.
Yeah.
And he says, nah, man, I'm good. Like, we're talking here about sharpening swords or whatever. I'm just out there in the field grinding, bro. Like, lifting, tanning, playing stormball at the highest level. That's my calling. I don't have time for wandering bards or rogues or chopping wood.
Brothers, do you hear this? Does he think he's above the laws of the compass?
And everyone in the group turns and looks and they're like, yeah, bro, like, hey, we're supposed to be real men here. Wait, don't you want to practice what you preach? We're talking about, this is for the championship, right? And the guy who didn't really want to go says, yeah, it's for the championship. Like, what are you trying to say? And he goes, fine. And he like,
Let's go.
All right, my friend Dustin will hold this bag, and I will carve all your likenesses. Everyone turn around.
The back of them?
Yeah.
In that moment,
we just leave.
Yeah.
And we will leave to find this
Oh
Amber.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, literally just stole them. They're gonna come after you.
We lied.
But I did leave like a mug with the back of their head. It's like, yeah. And I left it.
We'll return your belongings.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the second time, I'm gonna have you guys run out there, and then you'll find Emberlyn pretty quick. When you meet
I have Morwen.
yeah, you have Morwen. You and Morwen are able to have a quick conversation, and she basically just wants to look at the ruins herself, and she can't find any information. But you guys can go and head out over in that direction again. Okay. So as you head back down, you can get back into that chamber. You can see it for the very first time. What would
Has
you,
8 chains.
yeah. What would you like?
Plus
to do?
all the other ones that you were given. They're all in that bag.
Oh yeah, we got
You have all this jewelry.
Everyone's jewelry.
Okay, so why do you have all this going on right now?
I need something to validate me so that I can feel a sense of worth.
You know, we do not have time for that right now. All right, but do you still have like your original amulet? And did you guys find the other one?
I have 8 chains on, 2 of which are the amulets I have claimed to be my own.
Well, can you take them off and put them on this thing with mine?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, once again, the amulet as you go, those silver beads of light threads of light will shoot out from the pedestal as you get close, and it will hit all 3 and create that mist in the air. Again, that compass rose shape takes on over the pedestal. And this time, where there once were pauses, there is now, you can see that there are 3 figures who emerge in the same scene with the table and the compass table and the room itself. The 3 figures stand there now. And where there was a really long pause, one of the figures speaks. And he says, I renounce certainty. I walk in change. I am Naboth, the scribe of great days and silent questions. We sought to bind the world in statutes and measure, but lo, the compass was not a chart for the feet. It was the beating of the heart, the breath of the wind, the turning of the seasons. This shard I lay here is not a sum of my knowing, but the witness of my becoming. If these words find thee, the world hath forgotten our name, and we are but dust scattered upon the wings of another's tale. Yet the truth does not perish, it sleeps in the earth. And so we speak once more, before the silence falls. Thanador speaks again, saying his I renounce restraint, I walk in freedom, and that he fights with open hand and skies with the courage of the meek. And the third person, this time a woman, speaks and says, I renounce control. I walk in chaos. I am Riverborn, who lingered not for faith, but for hope's flame. The tempest is the womb of new life. It is not the storm that should breed terror in thee, but the manner in which thou dost walk through the tempest's heart. There are more pauses. And then Naboth speaks, saying, This is our final covenant. 6 voices, 6 visions, asunder in flesh yet unbroken in spirit. Together we forge a sort of compass anew. Riverborn says, and this was the price we have paid in blood. There's a pause, and then the original Thanador speaks and says, nor is the true compass lost to the ages. There's more pauses, and then finally all 3 of them say, walk the path, we are with you. And then it shuts off.
I don't think the compass is a physical thing.
Is the compass the power of friendship?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what actually, like, can we get any insight on that? Like, what are they actually saying?
Mm-hmm. So you could definitely do an insight check to try and figure out what they're meaning.
Yeah, can you simplify that on this insight check?
Mm-hmm.
Riverborn.
Insight, I have a +2. And I got a 3.
I can roll it for insight as well.
Alright.
I got a 6 plus 6, so 12.
12, and then you can go for it too.
6 plus 3. 16 plus 3, 19.
Nice.
Okay. Roll for more one as well. Okay, so obviously these are very, very old people from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that you can put together is that they spoke these words in this chamber,
Mm-hmm.
and then they apparently died, and they were erased from history for some reason. That's pretty clear. You'll also remember that as you hear more of these phrases, if you remember in where you met Harold and you fought
Yep.
him, and then there was the puzzle.
Yep.
They are reciting the thing that helped you solve that puzzle in the first place. Specifically, there were 2 groups: the Hasidists and the Originists, I believe. And the Hasidists have this creed of I renounce certainty, I walk in change, I renounce restraint, I walk in freedom, I renounce control, I walk in chaos, I renounce conformity, I walk in individuality, I renounce dogma, I walk in discovery, I renounce absolutes, I walk in balance. That's their vibe. Right? And they, so they are reciting this and then sharing more information.
And what did they say? They said chaos, freedom, right? And
Chaos, freedom, and change.
Got it.
And change, freedom, chaos in that order.
Okay.
And you happen to, and when you look at the creed itself, they've gotten through the first 3 lines. There were 3 more lines to go. So they also said something along the lines of, we forge a sort of compass anew, but that was said by Naboth, the first speaker. But the second speaker, Thanador, who was the one who you guys saw first, said, nor is the true compass lost to the ages. So those two, so those are not necessarily the same thing. A sort of compass anew is being forged in this moment as they talk, but the true compass is also not lost to the ages.
Is it the necklaces? Like 3 of them, all 3 of them together? Because we laid them down and it played this image. Also, Riverborn. Isn't that Harold's wife that like died forever ago?
That is his wife.
Man, wish we had his talking head right now.
Can you cut to it?
Yeah, can he be with us? Did like Morwen find his head? Can we roll for that?
I will let you roll for it, and if you get an 18 or higher, I'll take it. Yeah.
Can each of us?
We need a cut sequence of his head being discovered. Do you want to roll it?
Oh my gosh, with your die? You're supposed to be pretty good. I'm just gonna close my eyes. What did I get? What is it?
You got a 5.
Bro.
Yes. Yeah, so instead we just have Harold, who's asleep as he reads
Underneath the woman's bunk bed. That's horrible. Okay.
Sorry,
No way. I'll be like, wait, Riverborn, that's Harold's wife. Where's Harold? What do you mean, uh-oh?
Yeah, let's just say Harold, he won't be with us any longer.
You killed him?
No.
He was already just ahead.
Well, if you want to go into the women's dorm and get him from under the bed. But meta speaking, this feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm catching on to Harley's drift. The compass is kind of like the Ark of the Covenant, where like the presence of God was a physical place, and now it seems to be like a more spiritual, like now that we have the Holy Spirit, we're the Ark of the Covenant in a way. And we don't really know where the physical Ark of the Covenant is anymore.
Leave your comments down below where you think that is. Is it in Africa?
I don't know. Catholic Church cleans happen. And why were these 3 people erased from history?
It was 6 of them, right? Or just 2?
The Star
There were
Wars.
6 of them total.
Yeah.
But these 3 were erased.
Well, as far as you know from the words that they've said, 3 of them were erased.
Only 3, but 3 of them were not?
You don't know.
Okay.
What I'll say is you watch this, that you guys watched it the first time, you only had 1 person.
Yeah.
And there was long pauses, right?
Yes.
And then you've watched this a second time.
And there were no pauses.
And there were plenty of pauses.
Oh.
But a lot of the pauses you had before were filled in by the other 2.
Okay.
But what if there's 6 amulets total?
There's probably 3 more that we need to find.
Now, are all 6 belonging to Ordinus or
Hasid.
Hasid, yeah. As far as you know, from Harold, his he has mentioned 6 primary
did.
Hasidist thinkers back in the day.
So these guys were Hasidist.
Yes, that is for certain. Like, since you know,
Yes.
you understand who Riverborn is, and Harold was a Hasidist, his wife was a Hasidist, and that was Riverborn up there. And you bear her amulet. And now you bear hers and Naboth's, but...
All right,
The
well,
Hasidists were the believers in no absolutes.
yes.
Great.
So we have 3 of them. do we need to go find 3 more and then we'll know where the compass is? Or maybe bring it back here to see if there's more to this?
What if we go to Riverborn?
I thought that she was dead.
She's dead.
She's dead.
No, the place.
The place, yeah, you could
Oh.
try and find where she laid to rest. If you can find
River.
That was Harold's wife.
Yeah, but we already have her amulet.
Yeah, we do have her amulet.
Yeah, so it would be like going there for no reason.
Well, we
got
need-
her amulet. We gotta find out.
Yeah, we need to go and try and find these other 3. I mean, this one.
Guys, Harold and his wife.
So you have
We have
one of the
Riverborn.
3. You also have
Thanador.
You have Thanador, Riverborn, and Naboth, and there's Harold, and there's 2 more.
Also, Harold is one of them.
Mhm.
Oh.
There's 2.
Yeah,
more.
we gotta go get him back.
There was, and Harold has mentioned this. There's Cantor, and there is Nimrod.
So we need Nimrod and we need Cantor.
Y'all, we gotta go back and get that head.
Yeah. Dang.
I wonder who should go back and get it.
Me. I'm gonna go back and get it. You were not welcome in that cabin, sir.
Alright.
Well, Morwen, what do you think we should do?
I think I might know where the next amulet is. And we'll end ours from there.
Well, why didn't you say anything, man?
Warren's out here just keeping secrets, dude.
So slow to speak. We need to undo that.
Congrats, guys.
Y'all, time flies by when you're having fun, okay? When you're fighting bugbears and drinking orcish hot chocolate, okay? But if you've made it this far, you're quite the adventurer, and I would love it if you could subscribe, if you could like this, maybe hit the bell so you can be notified, and I would love if you commented what your favorite part was, because we probably have the same favorite part, because I literally love everything about this campaign. But guess what? We drop new episodes every 2 weeks, so if you do hit that bell, you're in for a treat. You're gonna see our faces here on your screen soon. You can also follow us on Instagram at Thy Staff of Power for some BTS, for some funny reels to disrupt your doom scrolling. It'll be a good time. But until next time, may your path be clear, your rolls be high, may the compass guide you now and always. Later, losers.